Dead or alive, you are coming with me. Oh no, hang on a minute, that's the wrong catchphrase. Let's try. Dennis, come back with me, apple pie. No, that doesn't sound right either. Ah, got it. I am the law. Okay, that was embarrassing. Right, looking at Judge Dredd for the Spectrum, 1987 release from Melbourne House. I've never played it before. This is the first time I've experienced it, but I thought I'd give it a go. It's a pretty good loading screen, as you can see there. Really, really nicely drawn. I'm not familiar with the characters at all. Judge Dredd, of course, is a character that appears in the popular comic book series 8 O'Clock AD. Now, judges are usually called things like Judge Judy, or things like Judge John Deed, or even things like, I don't know who that guy is. Anyway, it's set in the fictional mega metropolis of Mega City 1, which not a lot of people know is actually twinned with Chipping Sodbury, a little town in Gloucestershire. Now, 1995, there's a film with Sylvester Stallone playing Judge Dredd, and he looks like he's auditioning for the Village People there. It's a crap film. But a couple of years back, there was a film with Carl Urban, just called Dredd, and that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. It was very, very, very gory. Now, the game itself is written by those Australian coders, Beam Software, who were responsible for a lot of games, amongst other things, Street Hassle, and that's a good game. Way of the Exploding Fist, Karate Man there, not letting a bad case of gingivitis get in the way of smashing planks. And also Professional Kid Creole and the Coconut Simulator. But anyway, back to the main event. I am looking today at Judge Dredd. So let's get into it. The first things first, you can see from the initial presentation, it's laid out quite well. Quite like this, the way these windows sort of zoom out for your options. Now, just look at the keyboard definition there. It's much more than left, right, up, down and fire. You've also got diagonals in there, which, seeing as I'm playing on a keyboard through an emulator, is really quite tricky to get the hang of. And then once you've done that, you're presented with this kind of map of Mega City 1, and you've got to select your crime scene and make your way to it and try and just yell at people, tell them to stop, but you get ignored. As you can see, I'm investigating something or other, which is down the bottom. I'm investigating a tap, apparently. Judge Dredd can jump stupidly high, sort of like a cross between Robocop and the Bionic Man. If you look, I mean, the graphics aren't particularly bad. They move quite well. It moves very fast. Normal sort of problems Spectrum games had with colours, etc. This is it's nice and colourful, but you can see, the greens and the blues and the pinks are all quite vivid and sharp, and it's a little bit tough on the eye. Mega City 1 has a lot of robot dogs roaming around it for some reason. I haven't got a clue who that robot chap is. You can't shoot him, you can't do much with him really. So I've got to go around trying to find this perp or perpetrator of this crime whilst avoiding falling on the conveyor belts and getting sent into wood chippers, as just happened there, which are clumsily left lying around Mega City 1. You do have a gun with which to dispatch enemies, etc. But it doesn't always work. Sometimes when you press fire, all that happens is that your character just tells the people to stop you, and they just ignore him. You can see something happening there or the other. I'm back in the map screen now. So you sort of select which part of the city you want to go to, what sort of crime you want to investigate. It's, presentation wise, can't knock it. It does a good job. But the actual gameplay itself, it's awfully, really confusing. It's difficult to work out what's going on, what you've got to do, where you've got to go. There's no sort of map as such, or like a sort of radar of radar. What am I talking about? Sort of heads-up display, where you can sort of work out your bearings from, etc. So I've just been sort of running around, just sort of trying to find my way around and sort of try and find what I've got to do, which I'm not having much joy in, and it's not particularly interesting really. It's okay. It's by no means bad, but it just is a little bit monotonous. There's not a lot here that's making me sort of want to explore it a little bit further. It just seems to be the same thing no matter what mission you try. You get these robot dogs, and you can eventually get into the sewers of Mega City 1, which where you end up sort of like, well, you can chase criminals into, etc. But you know, it's just a sort of wanton running around. Perhaps if I'd spent a bit more time with it rather than just pick it up last night and play it whilst I was had my first play of it whilst I was waiting for the Star Wars Droids video to upload, and I'd sort of committed myself to doing the video anyway, because I'm going to look at the 2000 AD or the 8 o'clock AD licensed games. The ones that I've managed to find is Rogue Trooper, Judge Dredd, this one which I've now done, Slain, Strontium Dog, and what's the other flipping? Nemesis the Warlock. Now I can't work out if Nemesis the Warlock is an 8 o'clock AD character or not. It just seems to be a sort of licensed game. I don't know the medium. I don't collect comics. I don't read them, or graphic novels as some people call them. So I don't really have any kind of in-depth knowledge of the characters or the setting, etc., which perhaps is hindering me a bit in understanding this game. I don't know. Anyway, that's Judge Dredd from Melbourne House, 1987. It's not bad. It's not a game that I'm considering returning to anytime soon, though. It's quite sort of bland, and nothing really stands out about it to make you sort of want to come back and find that little bit extra. I'm going to allow the rest of the video to play out. I really hope you enjoy it. I hope you like my videos. If you do, please remember to click on like, and if you wouldn't mind, subscribe to my channel. All I do is ZX Spectrum reviews. I've occasionally covered some other ones, other versions of games for different systems, but these are all Spectrum reviews because it's what I know. So there's no point me doing Commodore 64 or Amstrad, other than side-by-side comparisons, which I might start doing some of soon. Anyway, this video is nearly at an end, so I'm going to bid you adios, whatever that means, and wish the rest of your Sunday is a good one, and don't get too fat on your roast dinner. Thank you ever so much, and goodbye.